I gave my thoughts on Gen 1, so here's Gen 2. Chikorita, the worst starter out of the 9. Bayleaf, I like the Razor Leaf that it has. Meganium is pretty okay. Nothing stand out. But the one in New Pokemon Snap is pretty cool. Cyndaquil, one of my favorite fire starters. Quilava, kind of underwhelming, but I get it. Typhlosion, really cool. They didn't really evolve though. You kind of just got bigger. Totodile's great. Croconaw, I don't like that it looks like it's wearing a onesie. And for Alligator, the best starter in the generation. Sentret's okay. Furret's great. Hoot, I like Hoot. I just don't like how red its eyes are. Noctowl is really cool. Ladybug, an underwhelming bug Pokemon. Lydian, the same. Spinarak, okay. Ariados, also okay. Crobat's pretty cool. Chinchou, I really like Chinchou and its typing. Same with Lantern's also really cool. Pichu, I don't like Pichu. I wish we got Gorochu instead of a baby for the line. Cleffa's okay, I guess. And Igglybuff is just unnecessary. Togepi, I really like Togepi. Love it in the anime. Togetic is okay. I just hate it in Pokemon Go because it's a pain in the butt to catch. Natu's cool. Zatu's even better. Mareep, one of the best electric Pokemon ever. Flaffy, also in the top 10. Ampharos, easily up there. Blossom, just unnecessary. Meryl, I really like Meryl. I also don't understand why it was called a Pikachu clone. It looks nothing like Pikachu. Azumarill's also cool. I like Azumarill. Kind of forgettable though. Sudowoodo, there's wood in the name. It's a tree. Why is it a rock type? Politoed looks really weird with the rest of its line. Hoppip's okay. Skiploom's also just okay. Jumpluff, underwhelming. Apom, it doesn't work as a single stage Pokemon. Sunkern, I really like Sunkern because of how useless it is. Sunflora, I also like Sunflora. I like its derpy face. Yanma's really cool, especially its shiny. Wooper's hilarious. Quagsire, even better. In New Pokemon Snap, it's amazing. Espeon, one of the best evolutions. Umbreon, the best evolution. Murkrow, I like it a lot. Slowking, easily the best out of the Slowbro line. Mischievous, okay. Unknown, I really like Unknown. I like the concept of the hieroglyphics with Unknown. Wobbuffet always just annoyed me. Girafarig, why does its tail have a face? Pineco is really cool looking. Really intimidating for a Pinecone. Fortress, also, I really like it. Dunsparce, I think Dunsparce is really funny, especially with his little wings. Gligar. I forgot Gligar was part of Gen 2. Steelix. One of the best unnecessary evolutions. Because Onix didn't need an evolution, but I'm so glad we have Steelix. Snubbull. Snubble's okay. Granbull, also okay. Quillfish? I don't know how to feel about Quillfish. Scizor? Oh my gosh, this is the bug that we needed. This is the only good bug in the generation. Well, Shuckle. Also another great bug. Underrated. Heracross. Also a pretty good bug. Sneasel. I really like Sneasel. I like him a lot. Teddiursa. Okay. Ursaring. Also okay. I never really got the hype. Slugma. Slugma is so cool. Macargo. Even better. I love Macargo. Swinub. Swinub's okay. Piloswine. Also okay. It never really did feel like the end of the evolutionary line. Corsola. I really like Corsola. I think Corsola's really cute. Remoraid. I wish they kind of went with the beta design for Remoraid, of him looking like a gun. Octillery. I also wish that they went with the beta design for Octillery, of him looking like a tank, because these two have no business being one evolutionary line. Delibird. Hilarious. Mantine. Honestly, Mantine, pretty great. Skarmory. Skarmory is so cool. Houndour. And Houndoom. I can never remember which one is which. Kingdra. Wow. I never knew how much I needed a final evolution for Seadra. Phanpy. Phanpy might be my favorite Pokemon in the whole generation. Donphan. Not as great as Phanpy. Porygon 2. Porygon 2 is pretty cool. I like how it literally is an upgrade to Porygon. Stantler. I always thought Stantler looked dumb. Smeargle. Just another meme Pokemon. Tyrogue. I'm glad that we got Tyrogue, because it takes Hitmonlee and Chan and actually makes them related. Hitmontop. Always felt like the lesser of the three. Smoochum. Why? Elekid. I like Elekid. I like how it looks like a plug. Magby. Magby's okay. Kind of unnecessary. Miltank. I don't like Miltank. Blissey. Blissey? Phenomenal. Great Pokemon. Raikou. Raikou's probably the worst out of the legendary dogs. Or legendary beasts. Entei. I really like Entei in the third movie. Suicune. Easily the best. Larvitar. Larvitar's pretty cool, I guess. Pupitar. Pupitar always kind of annoyed me because it feels like a Metapod or a Kakuna, but these aren't bugs, I don't think. Tyranitar. Tyranitar is so cool. We need more Pokemon like Tyranitar. Lugia. I just learned recently that Lugia actually wasn't a Pokemon. It was just invented for a movie, and they just made it for the Pokemon. Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh was my first EX Pokemon card ever, and I love Ho-Oh for that. Celebi. I used to think it was called celery, and then I didn't like it because of that fact, even though it turned out to be wrong. I think Gen 2 because they were meant to be expansions to the first games, the whole generation kind of feels lackluster. Like, there's so many Pokemon that just don't evolve in this generation. It just feels kind of weird. And there's so much that is just because of Gen 1. Like the Kingdras, Porygon 2s, all the baby Pokemon. Gen 2's kind of underwhelming. But I still like it, for the most part.